Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
This is awesome!
Hello and welcome once again to Cheap Shot Entertainment. Once again, I am your host Luke and you are the Cheap Shot Nation, and we're going to take you through everything that happened at NXT UK 27, it's 47 now. We're nearly at 50. I'm nearly at the end of this series of videos. Once we hit 50, I will only be doing the takeover shows. It was aired on the 12th of the 6th 2019, and it was filmed in the Braehead Arena once again in Glasgow, Scotland, although the Download Festival is this weekend as we speak, and obviously they're going to be recording some bits there. So we're going to take you straight into the show, but first make sure you click the like button, hit the notification bell to know when we upload new content to the channel, and the subscribe button, and don't forget to share us with your friends if they are wrestling fans and like to know what's going off without having to watch the shows, or maybe they don't have access to the shows, and that's why we come in. And we're supporting independent British wrestling. I know the WWE is not necessarily independent, but it's NXT's as independent as WWE's going to get, and it is a good show. You can also hit us up on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and we're going to get straight into the show. So first match is a women's match, and it is Xia Brookside, someone who I've met, and she's really cool. She signed a picture for my niece, who is in training to be a wrestler as we speak. Watch out for 2025 when we get Fighting With My Family 2. I will be one of the main characters, and that will be really cool. Anyway, she is partnering with Isla Dawn to face Ginny, who has been a thorn in Xia Brookside's side, and her new protege, Jazzy Gabbert. So this match saw very little offense from the face team here, Isla Dawn and Xia Brookside. Xia Brookside put up a good fight like she always does, but unfortunately it was Jazzy Gabbert who would hit the Dominator on Xia Brookside, and Ginny would then have herself tagged into the match to make the pinfall. Obviously this is classic heel, get the bigger person to do your work for you and then take the plaudits for it afterwards. Ginny and Jazzy Gabbert pick up the win here in a short but very good women's contest, and the shape of the women's division has furthered even more because some of the wrestlers that I know quite well, and I spoke to one of them in fact on Sunday last week at House of Pain Wrestling, who says that she learned so much just from going down there, that even if she does not get signed, which I believe she will in the future, then if it's not now, then she's taken away a lot of good things, and that's good to hear. It's good to hear that a big company like WWE takes the time to teach and show the independent women's wrestlers how to do things, and like I say, learn so much, which is always nice. Anyway, yes, Jazzy Gabbert would hit the Dominator on Xia Brookside for the win, and like I say, Ginny picks up the scraps, and that's your first match. Really good match, really short match. I was expecting a bit more from the partnering of Xia Brookside and Isla Dawn. Isla Dawn, of course, has been in the championship picture at one point in NXT UK history. Xia Brookside never quite gotten there. She's a bit of a filler, if you like. I don't know. It's hard to think about her like that, because she is really good, but I think because of her size she gets picked on quite a bit. She never backs down from anything, but it is what it is. She's lost another match, and Ginny and Jazzy Gabert are your winners in this one. We next get a Ligero vignette as he talks about what inspires him to be who he is, to wear the mask. He apparently was born with one eye closed, didn't get it fixed until he was 8. This led to a lot of bullying, led to him being shy, so he put on a wrestling mask. He knew that's what he always wanted to do. He learned to wrestle, put on a wrestling mask, and all of a sudden he becomes the Mexican sensation of El Ligero, the Leeds luchador, whatever you want to call him. He is who he is, and that mask makes him who he is inside that ring. Kenny Williams then talks about Noam Dar being his best mate, and it won't put him off about where he's going in the future. Now, the reason I'm wearing my WrestleGate Pro t-shirt today is because the next match is where we've seen one of the participants in this match at WrestleGate Pro last time we went, and that was in March, I believe. So yeah, there's another one coming up on the 6th of July, which we're planning on going to, although it does clash with another show that is actually free. But we'll check in with the boys and see where we're going with that one. Or leave us a comment down below. Let us know which you think we should go to: House of Pain Wrestling in the Park or WrestleGate Pro. Tickets are selling fast for that one. We would be in general admission areas. But it's Ilya Dragunov versus Joseph Connors. Joseph Connors tends to think that a lot of the new wrestlers in NXT UK are shiny new toys for him to break. Often he gets broken by the shiny new toys in some sort of weird wrestling version of Child's Play. Anyway, it was Ilya Dragunov who would pick up the victory over Joseph Connors. Joseph Connors tried to take down the intensity level of Ilya Dragunov. Didn't work. Death Valley Driver into the turnbuckle, Death Valley Bomb into the corner, and a Torpedo Moscow, which is a headbutt where basically Dragunov just flies at them, headbutts them, and pins his opponent for the win. Your winner in this one, Ilya Dragunov. Joseph Connors goes home with his tail in between his legs after a good showing. A local lad, Nottingham, from Nottingham, and trained with House of Pain, which is really cool. And occasionally comes back over and does a show or two for them. We next get a chat to Toni Storm, and I think she's gone a bit crazy because she says she loves her shiny. That's the belt, by the way, you dirty-minded people. She loves her shiny, and no one will ever take that away from her, including Kaylee Ray, who is quickly becoming the front runner for that championship, going into the massive announcement that we had last week of the NXT TakeOver UK in Wales, in Cardiff. This follows. This is followed by the announcement that there's going to be a number one contenders battle royal next week on NXT UK for the number one contenderships to the NXT Women's Championship. So there's going to be few ladies in there. Probably the whole women's division. To be fair, they could get away with. Probably Maven. No, they won't, because it's already been filmed. I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be interesting. Battle Royals are usually sort of cut and shut, really. They usually have, I think Jazzy Gabbert's going to be in there, so you're going to perhaps put money on that. But there's a couple of contenders in there, a couple of people who could sort of sneak in and get that win. A couple of sneaky heels in there, Ginny maybe. Travis Banks has a segment next. He is your number one contender for the WWE UK Championship, and he is defined by this promo package. He says he's a pretty chilled out guy, and that's what makes him so good in the ring, because after he's done his training, he chills out, he trains, he chills out, and he's always busy, and that's what keeps his mind fresh. So we move on to the fabulous main event of British Strong Style. That is Trent Seven, Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. Not the first time we've seen them together, but the first time they've come together as a team to battle a common enemy. And Imperium, which is Walter, the WWE UK champion, Fabian Aichner and Marcel Bartel, and this match would have another twist here to help the heels win the match. Alexander Wolf. Yes, Ben, you called it. Alexander Wolf is finally in NXT UK, and he has joined Imperium, making them the strongest stable on the card. Now, we have quite a few stables in NXT UK, and obviously a tag division, which I'm pretty sure that Marcel Bartel and Fabian Aichner will probably be in the number one contenders ship there. I mean, the tag team champions haven't been defended very much, really, since they were won by the grizzled young veterans. But I can't see Bartel and Aichner winning them from them. So someone's got to be a transitional champion, and I've got to say, I do see Imperium winning all of the titles at some point. Basically, Alexander Wolf comes out. The match is a stalemate. The British Strong Style hit all of their moves. Great tag team chemistry from them, obviously being a team for a long time. And Alexander Wolf comes out. He's masked. No one knows who he is. He distracts Tyler Bate. Alexander Wolf power bombs Tyler Bate to give Imperium the win. They both, and all of them are looking like, hold on a second, apart from Walter, who has a little shine in his eye. He reveals himself to be Alexander Wolf, and there he joins NXT UK and Imperium to make them more powerful than they already were. They are going to be absolutely dominant on this brand, and I picked them up in my fancy draft league with the fancy prediction league. Brilliant match, absolutely phenomenal, absolutely fantastic. Don't want to give too much away because it is really, really good. British Strong Style showing why they are so popular. Really, really good. Imperium have always been together as Ringkampf back in Germany for XWX, and they were always really good. So to have these two factions now at war, you wonder where Gallus is going to come in this one, because they're kind of a sideline now. Joe Coffey had his number one contendership, didn't win that match. Where are they going to go with that? Are they going to have team warfare? I don't know. But another screw job finish, but this is how you do a screw job finish. Add something to the match, add something to a storyline. Don't just do it for the sake of doing it. It adds to a storyline, and boy, I was shocked to see Alexander Wolf, having only just got up to the main roster not long ago, leaving Eric Young pretty much on his own as the last member of Sanity, which is really sad. But yeah, this is how you do that kind of finish, and it paid off big style. I found myself hating Alexander Wolf. I know it's all sort of predetermined and scripted and things like that, but it got me hooked, and that is why I love professional wrestling. Independent wrestling even more because they can do that and they can play with it more. But that is everything that happened at NXT UK number 47. And so you have been watching Cheap Shot Entertainment for NXT UK, your NXT UK run through. This was episode number 47 on the 12th of June 2019. That's when it was aired on the network. It was obviously pre-recorded in Braehead in Scotland, yeah, really good show again. Not much wrestling, a lot of story building. I'd say going into NXT UK takeover in Cardiff at the end of August, you'd expect that kind of thing. Hope Eddie Dennis does get better for that, because that will be absolutely fantastic. Incidentally, we haven't seen the other Welsh guys here, Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews. We haven't seen them for quite a while, so hopefully they'll be coming back as well at some point. So this is, like I say, everything that happened at NXT UK number 47. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. You have been the Cheap Shot Nation. I've been your host, Luke. Hit that notification bell to know when we upload new content to the channel. Hit that subscription button and do all that kind of stuff. It really helps us out to know that you guys are watching us. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think let us know what you think about NXT UK. I really enjoy it, and it seems like you guys do too, which is probably why you're not watching these videos. But I'm going to keep doing them till 50 and then I'm going to cut them off. So yeah, you've been Cheap Shot Nation, and this has been Cheap Shot Entertainment, and we'll see you next time for more independent wrestling goodness. Goodbye.